I mean, its concept was great. I don't think there is any university in the world which is funded and governed by 8 nations. So this was a unique concept where the SAARC countries, which are all developing countries, yes, India being probably the most developed of the lot, but still. So it was felt that if we want to research in niche areas for our specific region's development, each country may not be able to spare those kinds of funds or manpower or things like that. So if we collectively do it, we'll be able to do it for all. So basically it was, according to me, a very good case study of where it was to be established that we cannot do something individually, we can definitely do it collectively. And that was the concept, and on which we have to rebuild. Yeah, I am facing financial difficulties because model of this universities was that the land and building will be provided by India. India has already built the campus spending about 1200 crores of rupees. Operational expenditure, which is today of the order of just about 100 crores, was to be shared within all countries. India having to pay about 57%, Nepal I think 3-4%, Pakistan 12%, etc., etc. To begin with, all were paying, but then gradually one country stopped paying, then another country stopped paying, and for the last couple of years, nobody is paying except India. Now that's a situation which obviously puts a great, I won't say even challenge, I'll say a situation which countries have to understand, that if you want to govern and run a university, you have to pay for it. It cannot be run otherwise. And that's a challenge. And last 3-4 years, university has exhausted all its corpus, fixed deposits and all that. And today we are in a real challenging position. I'm requesting all countries. Fortunately, after my coming to the scene, all countries say that now we see another hope in the university and we will pay. But at the moment, it's only a verbal commitment, and I've yet to start receiving the payments. Now he says he will try. I even requested him that you, as Chancellor of the university, write to all other countries also. As Chancellor, you have an official status that you have to pay. But then I told him, before Nepal pays, you can't even write this letter, because immediately they'll shoot back, what have you done? So you firstly, sir, you pay Nepal's dues, and then write this letter. I'll draft it for you. As Chancellor, you write to other countries. People have to understand that if you have to run the university, you have to start making. Yeah, as per our rules, we have to take about 40% students from SAARC countries. Sometimes we get some more, sometimes some countries, sometimes some. But I have about 25 to 30% students from SAARC countries. It's not all that bad, although it should be more. So this time we have reached out to the UGCs of all the countries that you please make your students and colleges aware of this university. When we have conducted the entrance test, we have made centers in all the countries. And there seems to be some brighter side also. For example, Maldives students never appeared. This time 8 students have appeared. So, and every country tells me, sir, first time somebody is reaching out to us. So I hope things will improve. Nepali students are there in reasonable numbers, and they are doing pretty well. I have had no complaints from them. Only thing is we want their number also more. But so far, whatever Nepali students are there, they are okay. They are doing well. No, we have to, because if this university remains, say one of the other universities in India, India has 1200 universities. Delhi itself has about 15-20 universities. So if this university runs just on conventional lines, it will lose its relevance. We have to create areas for this university. For example, disaster management is a common problem to all SAARC countries. Why should every country spend resources on that research? Cyclone management, I have said, India has such a long cyclone line. Sri Lanka is all cyclone prone. Maldives is all sea line. Bangladesh has some sea line. So some work on these areas, climate change, special problems of hill, landslides and things like that. So that way, even if something is not common interest to all the 8 countries, but if it is something common to 3 countries, 4 countries, I think those are the areas which I would like to concentrate upon and meet the original objective of SAARC. And I also want to study the strong points of each country, and maybe we learn from each other. Sometimes we don't learn from each other because we don't even know the strong points of others. And some common areas of difficulties should be addressed together. So those are my plans. Yeah, that was much before I joined, and at the moment I have solved all issues, because I still believe I ran another university for 10 years, which was the first university in Delhi, and in 10 years the profile of that university became probably best in the world in the new 10 years old universities. I strongly believe in academic institutions, most of the things can be solved by dialogue. There's no need to have egos. I have not really known these facts about Nepal, but I would still feel dialogue is the only solution, because I have been telling students as a teacher, when you protest, when everybody, say in an industry, when labor protests, what is their aim? Their aim is to make the promoter suffer. Now here, if the students protest, whom are they making suffer? Themselves. So I have always been telling in all my life to the students that you have no place for protest, because you protest and make yourself suffer. That's no common sense. So you have to learn to find other ways of finding solutions, because protest is always done to harm someone else, which you can never do. No, but first of all, I don't think brain drain is such a serious problem if it is taken in the right sense. See, students go, learn and develop, and in today's world, you can contribute to your nation from anywhere in the world also. First of all, I think I have been told there are so many foreign universities operating here in Nepal, and most of those are very substandard universities. That's what I have been told. And Nepali students are crazy for foreign degree, and therefore they pay through their nose, their parents pay through the nose, and the degree is again not of that value because the universities operating are not of a high level.
Is that problem common in your country?
No, we have not really allowed foreign universities to operate that way. I was saying the solution for Nepal also could be, because I am an international university. SAARC is an international university. So we can open a campus here. If those students who are crazy about an international university degree, I am all willing to help the Nepal government to start a campus here.
Do you have such plan?
I mean, our charter allows it. I have told the minister also. I have told Kathmandu University also. Now some initiative has to come from the country, so that these students can get an international degree at a reasonable cost from a university where Nepal also has the stakes, and will manage it that way. First of all, let me say this: the world without technology cannot be seen now. So Nepali students, the sooner we make them conversant with technology, better it is. And I find the resistance normally comes because we don't develop the teachers first. So I think first thing is teachers should be made more comfortable with technology. If need be, they should be sent out for 3-month, 6-month courses. And if Nepal government or Nepal educational administration feels, SAU can come forward to do that. These teachers can come here for 2 months, 3 months, and we can make them train. And then it should go down to students. We should take them along. And again, I'll repeat, even if it's not a formal thing, if a particular university in Nepal wants to just deliver 2 courses to their students by South Asian, I'll be open even for that. Because I feel between SAARC countries, relationship with SAU should not be only institutional. It could be institutional, it could be teacher to teacher, it could be university to university, it could be student to student. We should do at every platform to make sure of the success of the objectives of this university. But technology cannot be shied away, should not be shied away. I very strongly believe in that, because first of all, I definitely feel education always makes you more rational, more reasonable, more logical. You can see the perspective of each other. See, most of the clashes happen when the two persons or two nations feel, I am right, I am right. I still remember one of our greatest saints from India, Swami Vivekananda. He has a beautiful quote. He says, there are three views to a problem: your view, my view, and the correct view. And the correct view may be different or anywhere in between. So education probably makes you more suitable to reach the correct view, and therefore I mean, it may take a long time, but I believe education is always helpful. My suggestion would only be, education is not an overnight activity. We have to plan. Yes, India probably had better resources. India had some world-class institutions, so we could do it, but that does not mean other countries should not do it. They should do it, and I think, again, South Asian University, which is their own university, they should just tell us what do they want, and it's our duty to do that and make sure that it is done. I don't know if these countries are willing to. I can even think of designing a common education policy for SAARC countries to be applied by them at their own will and choice. But they can learn from Indian education policy. They need not follow it everything, but whatever suits them, they should learn and follow it. This obviously is a political question, and I am novice in purely political affairs. I really don't know where it's happening. We have not been able to have the summit for last 6-7 years. Even my own university's governing board meeting took place after 6 years. So these things act as a deterrent, and I think somewhere some platform will have to be sought to make the heads of all these nations meet and resolve this.
But we have not found that point till the moment.
But I still feel I'll be probably too insignificant for that. I think if I could play any role, I'll be positive and positively doing it. But it appears to me it has to come from political powers. Well, I don't think it is so from India's point of view. For example, even today, the chairman of my governing board is from Pakistan. And we have no problem with that. We have very regular contact with him. Whenever Pakistani students studied at SAARC University, I have not heard of any problems which were there because of India-Pakistan. So therefore, I don't think this is with the problem with the students or the teachers or the academic system. Again, I would say political issues, I may not really be understanding to the depth that I make a comment. Yeah, I agree it's not working and it should work, but I don't think India feels SAARC should not work. You are talking about BIMSTEC. Yes, it has happened, but then there are so many associations in the world working. G20 is one, G7 is one, COP is one. So many associations of nations are working, and they can all coexist. And in today's age, more collaboration is always more better way to do.
They have their existence, but SAARC is not working. Others are running.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But probably the only solution is for the heads of the SAARC nations to scratch their heads and make it work. I don't know, catalyst, if any function to be organized by South Asian University could be a catalyst, I'll invite them all. But if they agree to come, because all the ambassadors come to me and they are all talking very positively and things like that. So if I could be a catalyst in this resolution, I think I'll be the luckiest and happiest person, not only from India but from the whole SAARC region.
Are you planning?
No, I am not seriously thought of it. Now, first of all, it doesn't appear to be a reality to me as of date. In my perception, it appears to me the same government is coming. And with the present government in Pakistan and present government in India, I see a hope for better relations. No, I have never thought of it because I think it appears to me a hypothetical question at this point of time. Yeah, my only thing will be that I have a small responsibility to be the president of South Asian University, and through that forum and by improving education, I am prepared to go to any models. I am not particularly fan of model X or Y, and if some model works with Bangladesh, another works with Nepal, all is fine with me, as long as I am able to contribute to the education of SAARC region. I have been in education for last for 50 years plus, 55 years as a matter of fact, and contributed enough to my capacity in India. Now this is an opportunity for me to contribute to the region. I'll be so happy to do. Only thing I can say is I'll not be saying that I want only this model or that model. Any model will be welcome for me as long as it serves the purpose, and that has been my way of life always.